Hey, what's up, Gamer Nation? Um, and if you're first time in this, welcome to Gamers Nation 1234, where we talk about anything video game related that is to our specialty. Me, right now with the anticipation of the Vita launch, which comes out on the 22nd, I decided not to get the first edition bundle because I felt like that was just a waste of money, in my opinion. Well, for me, it's not a waste of money for everybody. Some people want 3G Vita, some people want, you know, the free game and the free things with it. That way that you don't have to buy that much. You just want to spend one big thing and you get a starter kit. Me, I would just prefer to literally get this. I already bought, my Vita games. I already bought my PS Vita. My Vita's already paid off. I already got a 32 gigabyte. I have all my accessories on me. I just am waiting for the system, basically. So I'm waiting, and right now I'm in a situation where I'm really getting, frustrated with the Vita. This is not a negative view. This is just an opinion from a really good fan. And if you watch my personal channel, you would know that I already did a topic on this. PlayStation Vita, and I'm still getting it. And I have high hopes for Sony. I'm hoping, but right now it's just not looking good. It's not looking good for the West side. You know, First off, it starts off in Japan, and Japan, is Sony's big thing there. But what I think what happened is that Sony's become too Americanized, and it's like focusing on first-person shooters and Western RPGs. The Japanese developers are trying to cater to the Americans, and the Americans like these type of games. Me, I don't like the way the new Square Enix is. I do not like how they're doing Final Fantasy 13. Call me crazy. I don't like auto battle system. I prefer to think my moves and be able to do things like that. It's a video game. So what if it's not realistic? It's not supposed to be realistic. It's a game. For that, if you want to play Madden, go outside. If you feel like playing NBA 2K7 or whatever, then go outside and play basketball. I'm just saying, because seriously, I don't need my games to look realistic. It's nice every once in a while, it's good, but not on every game. I don't want every game that I have to be a first person shooter. I want some JRPGs. I love JRPGs. I love the classic Final Fantasies. I love turn based strategy. I love I love walking around in like Japanese type areas. I don't like to walk in wastelands or fallouts of, things. I prefer, like dark fiery pits and, like inside dungeons and evil monsters and just random weird things. That's my opinion. Now, because Sony's becoming too Americanized, it's more their audience is being pushed towards the Western audience, and people who love the PSP don't like that because PSP was Japan's system. Everything came out for Japan, or we as Americans never saw half of the games that were coming out, which would have been good if we did because some of those games were great and fantastic. But then when games came out here, the piracy happened, and all of a sudden developers didn't want to work for it. Nintendo was, you know, getting everything. Right now, it's difficult for how I feel about Sony. I'm excited for the Vita. I think it's a great product. I think it's a fantastic product, and I think that you guys should buy it. But I don't know. Sony is not saying anything. They just asked them a few questions, and instead we'll answer that later, or we have no answers for you right now. They were being around the bush about everything, and it's ridiculous. They're not naming games that are coming out in the future. There's 76 titles currently in development, and we only heard I think about 5 or 6 of them, maybe 8 of them if I'm not mistaken, and that's it. That's Gravity Rush, that's Little Big Planet, that's Super Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Zone of the Enders Collection, Silent Hill Collection, Unit 13. Um, oh my God, I know there's more. There's more. Resistance. It's ridiculous, and all I heard is 7 games. I'm pretty sure that there's more. I'm missing one, I'm missing a few. But where are the other titles? Where is the footage? Where's the videos for that? Where are the videos for anything? You're not giving us videos, you're not giving us pictures, and if you're trying to hold us off on E3 just based on Unit 13, Little Big Planet in April, and Resistance and Gravity Rush in May, expect not to sell a lot of consoles, Sony, because I'm sorry, unfortunately, and despite what everybody might think, you got to be really truthful and realistic here. I was just like the naysayers. I was just like the Sony fanboy that was on Sony's side no matter what, that I feel that Sony's doing the right thing. But with no commercials, AT&T not even knowing what a heck a Vita is, people are the UMD passport program got canceled. Not all PSP games on the PSN work on the PSP. I mean on the PS Vita. You know, memory cards are ridiculous in price. Um, you know, and now we're not even sure if we're gonna get Netflix app support. You know, day one. And the only good news that you give us is that any games that we buy, like if we buy Hustle Kings, Top Darts, or RC Racer, Motorstorm, whatever, that we can get the Vita version or vice versa wherever we buy the platform, that we don't have to pay twice, and that any downloadable content that we have can be transferred over to the Vita or vice versa to the PS3. That's good news. That's good news. But the problem is that that's not enough news. You stay quiet from December all the way to now, and you're still not saying anything. You're not giving us anything. You're not reassuring the fans anything. Sure, you had your little Taco Bell thing, but that's not enough. And now people are now complaining about, you know, their screens freezing up and things like that, which can be fixed in an update. But I'm just really upset about all this. Seriously, I am beyond belief upset about all this, and that this shouldn't be. This shouldn't happen. Literally, this shouldn't happen. Life should be about, I mean, I'm sorry, like Vita should be safe. It should be the thing. It's a groundbreaking technology. And I know that Sony usually starts off at a slow start, but this time it feels like PS3, and I'm hoping that's the route it takes, is PS3. The games that you got mostly are ports, games that people already own or already beat at one time. Some people are not going to want Ninja Gaiden Sigma Plus. Some people don't want Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 because they could play that on the TV. Some people don't want Blaze Blue because they already had that. Some people don't want to play Rayman Origins because they already just beat the console version. They don't need that. You know, you're not giving us any new games. The only newest game that you're giving us is freaking Gravity Days. Uncharted, people just beat the third one. You know, and Golden Abyss is a step backwards, not even made by Naughty Dog. You know, Little Deviant shows off the Vita's, you know, software, hardware thing, which Welcome Park already does that. You know, you got Escape Plan, that's a nice, really cool game. You got some cheap games in there. But make this an all-around system, Sony. Put Angry Birds on there. Put some games that are like $1, $4. Put some game, and I know minis are like that, but I'm just saying that make games like $1. Make some games that are free, you know, like iPad and stuff. If you want to be successful and if you're trying to beat your competitors, you have to compete with your competitors. You can't give them the edge. You have to do something that makes them scared and drop their price. Nintendo was smart dropping their price, but it pissed off a lot of first generation customers off. But that's the life that we have to live. The prices will eventually drop. But will a price drop save the Vita? No, it's not. It's not. Despite what anybody says, nobody even knows what the Vita is. That's the problem. Nobody knows what a PlayStation Vita is. So what you need to do, Sony, is, like, I'm going to say it again, you have to wake up. You said you spent $50 million on advertising. Where is it? You know, where is it? I haven't seen a commercial except for one Taco Bell once. That wasn't even at the Super Bowl. You missed your attempt on the Super Bowl to get people. You know, it's just a bunch of different things. And honestly, I don't want to talk bad about Sony because I believe that they are a great, decent, fantastic company and that they deserve something good. Because they create good products when it comes out. When it comes down to it, they create great, fantastic products that can last for years. But you're not coming out with any games. No games, Sony. And the games that we're getting are not exciting. I like JRPGs. I want new games. I want something like Gravity Rush. Gravity Rush is like the only thing that is like really grabbing my attention, because Gravity Rush is the only original idea. Sound Shapes is an original idea. Escape Plan is an original idea. You know, but everything else that I'm looking at this list is not original. It's already been done. It's too high of a price. Something is going wrong here. And I'm hoping that Sony fixes it. Because you have an amazing piece of technology, and you, for once, you did something right. But now you're messing it up on advertising it. This is a product that you should really be behind 100% and not hesitate. You cannot lose any developers in this situation, because if you lose developers, oh my god, your system's gonna flop. And do you know how many people are no longer ever gonna buy a product from you? Because if the Vita fails, because I invested so much money into this, if the Vita fails, I will no longer, and I solemnly swear, never buy a Sony product ever again, and hope that you guys do get bankrupt for being such a failure of a company and advertisement. That is ridiculous. I ask people, they don't even know what a Vita is until I introduce it to them. And if you're relying on word of mouth to sell your product, I'm sorry. You guys should start paying me because of the amount of advertising that I'm doing. But anyways, guys, this has been Dark Ruler 1030 here. You can watch my personal channel at Dark Ruler 1030 on YouTube. Watch the other guys. I'm sorry that this video is a negative video, but this is just anger that I'm feeling. I've been too excited for this damn system for too long, and the fact that I'm not hearing no news is really starting to bug me. That the first edition bundle came out and there's no news. There's no things. AT&T still doesn't even know what the hell a Vita is. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. It is so last minute. There's nothing, and Sony has not put any commercials up on it. People are begging people to freaking pre-order this damn thing. That is how bad it is, and it needs to get better. It really has to get better, and I don't want Sony to go under 10,000 units a week. It cannot happen. I don't want what happened to Japan to happen here. I want everybody to get a Vita. I want everybody to play. I want to have lots of people to play with and say, hey, did you play that game? Did we cloud? I mean, did I change my games from my PS3 to my Vita? Things like that. It's great. But it sucks. I invested so much money into this. I paid for the Vita. I paid for the highest memory card. I bought the headphones. I bought 3 cases. I bought pretty much 13 games on the Vita, on the PSN store, and I bought 2 PSP games, and I got all these minis and all this other stuff for the Vita. And those can last me forever. They can last me forever. But I cannot have Sony fail. I really cannot, because I already did that much money. I don't like Xbox. I don't like Nintendo that much. Sony is like the last thread that's keeping gaming alive for me. And if they fail, then I'm sorry, I guess my gaming ends. Because there's nothing interesting anymore. Sony is like the only exciting thing that's giving me an exclusive experience instead of a rehash. I want something that's new, amazing, fantastic. Anyways, this video is going on longer than it has to. I will see you guys next week, or sometime during the week with my Vita unboxing review video, thing like that. Anyways, guys, peace out.